You know that feeling, right? You're starting a huge research project.
Oh, hey, I
Wait,
think our listeners got something to say.
yeah, sorry guys, I didn't mean to interrupt so quickly, but I'd rather you guys talk and me just get the little introduction out of the way. What we're going to be exploring today is a tool called NotebookLM, which the two voices you just heard are going to be talking about. But the difference between me, I'm Ed Kaplan, part of LLM Liaison. We're a 501c3 helping educators and other professionals learn all about these AI tools, but specifically NotebookLM. The difference is that I'm the human in the loop, and the two voices that you're about to hear are synthetically made up. They're AI voices that were created by NotebookLM. And that'll make more sense as they go through what NotebookLM is and everything else. But enough of this weird meta introduction. The two of you go ahead and take it away, and I'll come in at the end to see if there's anything else I need to add.
Not a problem, Ed.
Thank you so much for the clarifying introduction.
It's actually perfect because it
It's
highlights.
the very thing we're here to talk about.
Okay, let's unpack this meta moment.
What's fascinating here is that the voices you're
Hearing are generated by the very tool.
we are explaining NotebookLM
And Ed, who just spoke, used his research.
to literally create us to deliver this deep dive.
That's why we sound so enthusiastic.
We are grounded only in Ed's source material
We're taking this entire set of notes.
and turning it into this conversational audio.
So, yeah, this entire discussion is
The
basically,
live demonstration of NotebookLM's deep dive feature.
it's turning static notes into dynamic content.
And as Ed mentioned, he's the human.
In the loop, providing the strategy,
We are just the synthetic voices.
helping him metabolize that information.
It's a great way to kick this off.
Right, so let's get back to the problem.
That NotebookLM is designed to solve.
You know that feeling, right? You're starting a...
Huge research project, or maybe prepping a whole new course curriculum.
Oh, yeah.
And you've got this mountain of information.
Dozens of PDFs, articles, notes,
It's everywhere.
and turning all of that into something clear and...
Actionable. That's the real work. It's exhausting.
It is. It's the classic information overload problem.
You spend more time just trying to find things and...
Documents you already have than actually using them.
Exactly. And that's why today we're doing a deep dive.
On a tool that's built for that specific problem.
NotebookLM from Google.
Right. And we should be clear, this isn't just another chatbot.
No, not at all. Think of it more
A
like...
personalized research assistant.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to explore how useful and trustworthy it is.
Especially for professionals and educators.
Aren't, super technical.
And our guide for this, all the research and the core ideas,
Comes from Ed, the LLM liaison.
who's been using this tool daily for a while now.
And an LLM liaison, just for context, that role is really...
About bridging the gap between the tech and real-world strategy, right?
That's it exactly. It's about taking these complex AI models,
And translating them into practical, time-saving workflows.
moving past the hype to what's actually helpful.
I like that. So what's the big idea with NotebookLM?
Where do we start?
Okay, so Ed's core analogy is, I think, perfect for this.
He says to think of NotebookLM as a digital 3-ring binder.
A 3-ring binder. Okay, I'm with you. That takes me back.
Right? And think about it. That binder was for one topic only.
One class, one project.
Yeah, you'd have your handouts, your notes.
Research all in one place.
Exactly. And NotebookLM does the same thing, but digitally.
It's designed to know everything you tell it about one specific thing.
So it's not trying to be a know-it-all.
It's a specialist that you train on your own project.
You got it. And that leads us right into the first part.
Of the interface, which is the sources panel.
This is where you actually build your binder, right?
Where you add your materials.
Yeah, this is where you become the curator.
You are building what we call a walled garden.
A walled garden, I like that. So the AI...
You only play in the sandbox you build for it.
Precisely. It keeps the output safe and relevant.
Because it's only using your vetted stuff.
So how big can this garden be? What can you put in it?
The free plan lets you upload up to 50 sources per notebook, which is a lot.
50. Okay.
And the paid plan goes up to 300.
For massive projects.
But the variety of what you can put in is really the key.
So not just text files.
No, it's very versatile. It takes PDFs, Google Docs, slides.
Website links. It just reads the page instantly.
Wait, website links too? That saves a step.
A big one. And crucially, it also takes audio files.
Like an MP3?
You're kidding. So I could upload a recorded lecture.
Yep, it automatically transcribes it and adds the text to its knowledge base.
Wow. So for a professor, that means their research papers,
The transcript from seminar and their own...
lecture notes can all live together.
Right, and the AI understands it all as one single...
Interconnected topic for that one course.
Okay, that's the foundation. Now, how do you actually talk to it?
Let's move to the middle of the screen, the chat.
This is where you interact, asking questions in just plain English.
Summarize this or compare these two documents.
But this is where trust becomes a huge issue, right?
How do we know its answers are reliable?
This is where that walled garden idea, or what we call grounding,
becomes so powerful. The chat is grounded only in the sources you uploaded.
so it's not searching the wider internet at all.
Never. It's an expert specialist only on the files you provided.
That's what really helps reduce the risk.
Of it, making things up or hallucinating.
Okay, that makes sense. But what if I'm a compliance officer?
And it summarizes a policy for me.
How can I be sure it didn't mix up policy A with policy B by mistake?
That's a huge risk.
That is the most important question.
And the answer is the tool's core trustworthiness feature.
Citations and footnotes?
Footnotes, like in a research paper.
Exactly like that. Every single answer it gives includes little numbered references.
Okay.
And if you click on one of those numbers, the tool instantly highlights
The exact paragraph in the original source document.
where it got that information.
Wait, really? So you don't have to just trust the summary?
You can check its work sentence by sentence.
You never should have to trust it blindly.
This keeps the human in the loop, which Ed emphasized.
It turns the AI from a black box into a completely...
Transparent research assistant. It saves so much time.
Honestly, that's a very big deal. That changes the whole conversation.
From can AI do this to can I verify what the AI did?
And the answer is yes, instantly.
So once you've curated your sources and you've had this verifiable chat,
You can start creating things.
that brings us to the third section, the studio.
Right, the studio, or sometimes it's called the notebook guide.
This is where you turn all that input into structured output.
And I've heard it has tools for visual learners.
It does. It can generate a mind map from all of your sources
It just scans everything, the PDFs, the transcripts.
and builds this web of connections so you can see the big picture
Oh, that's really helpful from seeing how different ideas connect.
before you start writing.
Mm-hmm. And what's interesting is that the studio is proactive.
It looks at your content and automatically suggests different report formats.
Like what?
Things like briefing docs, study guides, internal memos,
Best practice guides? It depends on what you uploaded.
and I assume you can customize those.
Oh, completely. You can tell it the language, the tone, the structure,
You can even tell it to prioritize newer sources over older ones.
which is critical for things like policy updates.
That's a sophisticated detail. Okay, that brings us to what a lot of people...
Are calling the flagship feature here the audio overview.
The deep dive, yes. And as we mentioned, you're listening to one right now.
So what is it?
It takes all your dense source material, that pile of documents.
And turns it into a conversational audio format?
It basically creates a private, custom podcast just for you about your topic.
A podcast made from my research.
Yes, and it has two distinct AI voices, like two hosts,
Who discuss your material. They use analogies and simpler terms.
to break down the complex parts.
That's a really interesting way to absorb information.
But I saw you can do more than just a summary.
You can ask for a debate. Why would you do that?
Now that's where the strategic value really comes in.
You can ask it for a critique, where the hosts analyze gaps in your sources.
Or even more powerfully, a debate.
So the two AI voices will argue with each other.
Yes, they'll argue both sides of an issue based on the conflicting.
Viewpoints they find in your own documents.
It forces you to see the counter arguments right away.
I have to pause on that. That is like having an instant study partner.
Who's already done all the critical reading for you.
It totally accelerates that shift from just passively reading.
To actively understanding the material.
And I heard there's an interactive feature, which Ed also touched on.
There is. It's a great bonus if the AI hosts say something.
You don't understand. You can literally pause the audio.
You can interrupt them.
You can. And ask a clarifying question like, wait,
What does the source say about that term?
they'll answer you directly from your sources.
And then just resume the deep dive.
That is incredibly useful. Real-time personalized learning.
Okay, so we've covered the features. Let's talk strategy.
Based on Ed's work with the LLM Liaison,
What are the most productive ways people are actually using this?
it really seems to be landing in three key areas.
First, for trainers and corporate professionals,
Okay.
they're uploading entire policy manuals and procedure documents.
To instantly generate custom internal training.
It cuts down the admin work dramatically.
A huge time saver. What about in education?
Educators are using it for curriculum development,
They'll upload a textbook, the syllabus, all their lecture notes,
and then have it generate detailed weekly lesson plans.
with questions and everything.
So they're not starting from a blank page.
Exactly. And then for the students themselves, undergraduates,
They're using it as a personalized study companion.
how so?
They upload their class materials and can ask it to explain a tough concept.
In a way that makes sense to them. Like explain this like...
You're writing an email or turn this chapter into flashcards.
The core idea here really seems to be that the tech is helpful, sure.
But the strategy for how you use it is what really matters.
That's it. It's about reducing that feeling of being overwhelmed.
And getting your time back.
At a focused, verifiable tool.
Mm-hmm. And before we finish, just for total clarity,
We should say that the research we've been discussing today,
was synthesized using NotebookLM itself.
all based on concepts provided by LLM Liaison NFP.
So the strategy is human-led, but the tool helped assemble it.
Exactly. And if you want to go deeper, LLMliaison.org.
Has workbooks and guides.
Oh, go for it.
So I did want to jump back in. I really appreciate the two of you going through this deep dive and keeping it high level for us. But one of the things I really didn't include that much, I know you mentioned the 3 case uses that I kind of put in the documentation, but I wanted to share another way that I've used it. And I want to ask you guys how you would use it if you were actually human. Do you guys mind if I share one of the ways that I've actually used it?
Oh, we love it when you jump in, Ed.
Please, that's what this interactive mode is for.
Okay, let's unpack this. We were at your... Oh, yeah, let's hear it.
Okay, so I'll go first. One of the things that I did early on was I took all of my insurance documents and made a notebook out of it and put it all in and was able to ask it questions like, are glasses covered for me? If I need to go to the emergency room, what's covered? If I need a specialist, what's my copay? So that's something that it was like awesome for me rather than sitting on hold or talking with chatbot. Nothing against chatbots, guys, but the ones like on my insurance website. So that was one use case just for personal use. But again, question to you guys: if you were humans, what would you use NotebookLM for?
That is a phenomenal real-world application, Ed.
Okay, let's unpack this. That use case is pure gold.
What's fascinating here is that you took that dense, unstructured human mess,
All those policy documents and summaries,
and you found signal in the noise instantly.
versus spending hours on hold or navigating a messy website.
That's a perfect example of immediate problem solving
It's turning a massive, complex binder of insurance jargon.
into a simple, channable database with verified answers.
And it's grounded in your specific documents, which means the answer.
Is trustworthy for your exact plan details.
That's the key. It's personalized and accurate.
Thank you so much for sharing that personal experience.
It makes the value proposition very clear.
We were actually just about to wrap up with a final question
But since you asked us the hypothetical question,
of how we would use it if we were human,
we can certainly try to synthesize that for you.
based on the source material we've processed.
Right. So if I were a human, I'd probably use it to...
Upload all my appliance instruction manuals.
the washer error code example from your own notes.
That is a great example of practical, immediate problem solving.
Imagine typing in the LEDs A and B from your
Washing machine and instantly getting the fix.
versus digging through a physical, dusty manual.
That would save me so much time and frustration.
I think if I were human, I'd use it to keep
All my podcast research organized, similar to this very show.
instead of just a stack of documents.
I'd have a dynamic, channable database for content ideas.
And I'd use the debate feature to wargame.
Potential objections for a high-stakes meeting.
Practice for a client pitch, absolutely.
It forces you to see the counter-arguments right away.
That's a strong strategic use case.
It seems like the core power is flexibility.
We also saw documentation that you've used,
The deep dive feature to process your own journal entries.
turning personal reflections into a passive audio.
Analysis of your own emotional patterns.
That sounds like a fascinating way to use it. Almost like an emotional audit of your personal brand.
It certainly goes beyond just writing a briefing document.
Okay, Ed, thank you for sharing that insurance example.
It helps reinforce the point about grounding,
I think we should let the listener know.
where they can find out more about the strategy.
You are right. We don't want to forget that.
We were wrapping up by mentioning LLMliaison.org,
That site has workbooks and guides.
or you can reach out directly to Ed at.
egg@llmliaison.org,
The power here is that it's all built on your sources.
making it totally personalized, whether it's for insurance or research.
So thinking about that and about the interactive,
Element we just demonstrated with Ed.
or its ability to create a debate from your documents.
How would you use this? What's that first stack of papers?
Or project notes you'd upload to create your new digital binder.
We'll wrap up here. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive.
Until next time, keep learning and stay curious.